Hello, it's Richard Wilson. I'm coming to you from the Family Offices Group. And behind me you'll see Singapore. There's the Suntec Center over there. Here's a Marina Sands Resort. And here's the downtown skyline and the financial center. And I'm here in Singapore to speak on family offices at a private equity conference. So I thought it might be appropriate to do a short video on single family offices. I'm often asked at conferences like this when I'm on panels, attributes of single family offices, trends, what do they like, what do they prefer, what insights do you have from working, from the inside with dozens of these single family offices that are just so hard to get a hold of. Many people just want to know the very basics. They can talk to them in a way that's meaningful and valuable, which I think is good. So I wanted to share here some single family office consultant insights, what I have learned from helping single family offices from anywhere with 30 million in assets to a couple new families that I'm working with right now that have $400 and $850 million in assets. And in different parts of the world, I've worked directly and had a contract with a single family office here in Asia, in Malaysia actually, as well as working with family offices in the United States and Brazil, etc. So I have some notes here written down from my work with them, and I just want to run through these real quick, kind of bullet point style, to share what I've learned about working with single family offices. The first couple things here is that a lot of them like to invest directly. If they made their money in high tech, they want to buy high tech companies themselves. Many of them do not put much money in the stock market, although a lot of the single family offices do invest in hedge funds and private equity funds. Given they're not in Asia, a lot of Asian single family offices don't invest in any private equity or hedge funds. And that's a big difference between some of the global single family offices is, how much they put to work in direct investing versus public market or hedge fund private equity fund vehicles. Other things with single family offices to know that's kind of counterintuitive. They're very fee sensitive. If you're charging them a $10,000 a month retainer, they want to know why and what value they're getting for that. Some people think that because it's a single family office and they have a lot of net worth and a lot of capital, that they may not be very sensitive to cost, and they may just want the best person possible. But that's not the case. And 95% of the time, that's not the case. These are typically, you're working with a patriarch or the son of a patriarch. They're entrepreneurial. They are used to having to cut costs. They're used to having to figure out where the value is being created and focusing on that. They're used to the not being taken advantage of. Otherwise, they would have gone broke paying for dumb advertising in a magazine or hiring the wrong people. They're very careful about who they hire, and they're very careful about the value they're getting for their money. So they're fee sensitive, and that's something that I think is kind of counterintuitive. Some of the other things about single family offices, a lot of them love to invest in multifamily real estate, that is like apartment buildings or duplexes or 5 and 10 plexes. They like to invest in hotels as well. In real estate, those are by far the two types of real estate that get brought up to me over and over and over again, is hotels and apartment buildings. And it's been brought up to such a degree, and I've seen so many families either make their money in hotels and apartment buildings or keep their money there. It's become one of my personal goals to own an apartment building and a hotel eventually. And because I just see it as one of the common threads throughout all of the families I work with is their interest or investments in this area. A couple of the other things, a lot of the families are global in their nature. They have global teams. They have global investment mandates. They have global real estate holdings. They have global taxation issues. One of the funds that was family offices that was at my event in Los Angeles last week, he asked, do you have any family offices that could help me with the taxation on my Swedish apartment buildings, even though I live here in California? And they just need this niche kind of specialized tax advisement and legal structuring advisement type work that many lawyers and attorneys don't even know where to begin with. And it can become very challenging and frustrating for them on finding the right people they should work with as a single family office. The final thing I've noticed about single family offices is that while most of them are very, very private, they do appreciate networking. They appreciate meeting with other $100 million, billion-dollar families, and they appreciate looking into joint ventures, club deals, and co-investment deals. While that might sound exciting, though, a word of warning is that most families, when they think, oh yeah, co-investing or a joint venture, that sounds exciting, what they're thinking in their minds is that they have great ideas and they just need some money from one of these other families. Well, it turns out that's what all the families believe. Pretty much, if they're going to invest in someone else's deal, then they would probably want an equal amount of money back in their own deal. And more likely than not, they're only open to having money come into their deals and their great ideas and not putting money into someone else's ideas. It's a trust factor. It's an experience, comfortability with the risk type issue. And many times, unless the deal is so exclusive and so exciting that the only way they could get access to it is by investing with that other family, they'd rather just invest in their own ideas. Most of these people are very sharp, and they have dozens of ideas they'd like to run with if they have the capital, and they don't need more ideas. What they need is capital to put towards their ideas. So I hope some of these single-family office insights help. It's just some of the wrinkles I've discovered while working in the space. This is Richard Wilson, coming from downtown Singapore and the Family Offices Group. And if you'd like to check out some of our resources, please visit familyofficesgroup.com or check out my book. It's called The Family Office Book, Investing Capital for the Ultra Affluent. Thank you.